I'm not saying I'm a big believer, but before I looked into it, I was more thinking like maybe I'm open to the fact that it could exist, but at the same time, while I'm open to it, I don't see why people give a shit.
You don't see why people care.
I don't know why people care. Like what's the biggie? It's a monkey.
Hello, Internet. Now please, hold on to your butt, as two comedians attempt to talk about serious subjects in a not-so-serious manner. From the mysterious to the utterly vicious, everything is fair game. This is the Kd Comedy Podcast, featuring true crime, amazing events, conspiracies, unsolved mysteries, and an array of weird and wonderful topics, all for your enjoyment. You're welcome.
And that proves that even people that you would trust with your life can, at some point, go fucking crazy.
A little bit of friends for you again. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Kd Comedy Podcast. What the fuck are you doing, Nathan?
I'm texting.
Okay, you text. But this is the show where two comedians attempt to talk about not so serious subjects, more interesting subjects most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of changed over the time, because it was originally about like death and murder and things like that specifically. And we've sort of softened that edge sometimes to go into just like handy little crime capers, like the maple syrup robbery. That was a fun
great one.
That was a really good one.
Yeah. There's a documentary on Netflix. I can't remember what it is. Some like the world's biggest heist or something.
For whiskey, we've got to fucking do one of those then, mate.
I swear it was, because I remember watching it thinking, God, Nathan must not know about this, because he would have done this if not.
I fucking love whiskey.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, I love whiskey and I love crime.
We don't do it or anything.
No, I don't do crime. I'm just a big fan of it.
Big fan, to be fair, yeah.
Big fan.
Only the good crimes, the crimes that don't get caught.
Exactly, and those crimes that don't fuck other people up. I like those cheeky crimes, you know?
Cheeky crimes, yeah.
Cheeky crimes.
The ones that just kind of hide away out of plain view.
Yeah.
Never really know if they're there or not.
Yeah. Shooting someone in the face, not so much a fan of that. No. Stealing yourself a nice little pack of chewing gum from a Tesco's. Oh, I don't mind, that's a bit of cheeky crime. It's all right.
Yeah. I remember when I was like 2 years old. I remember being very young. One of my earliest memories is going to a shop and stealing, those candy necklaces.
Yeah.
Taking one of them and going home and then calling out to Mom. Mom, I just found this candy necklace behind the settee. Can I eat it? Literally hanging over like. My mind was even into it back then.
Jesus! You even fenced it. You made it. You took that hot shit and you fucking washed it.
I did it before I'd even known it was a thing as well. I was way too innocent to know that was a thing.
Money laundering ain't shit. You're fucking candy necklace laundering.
Them things are fucking lovely, though. They're beautiful. And they're a deadly weapon as well. So you got two crimes right there, actually.
Yeah, mate.
Stealing and assault with a deadly weapon, because if you buy half and fling them at people,
they get serious.
Gets in the eye, brother.
Yeah, man.
You want to be able to see it. You can do some sneaky crimes, as we were saying before. They're the best. Sneaky stuff crimes. Where you don't know what's going on.
Those cheeky sneaky crimes.
The cheeky sneaky crimes, which brings us very nicely into today's subject.
Oh, a cheeky sneaky crime.
Because it is a cheeky sneaky subject. That it's a huge subject. First of all, I mean. Let's just say what it is, because I don't really know how to segue into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's always a good start. We haven't really offered much segue, really, have we?
We're very tired today, we both are, just to clarify. We're both very tired today.
We're both very tired. Our thoughts are elusive and sometimes hard to track. Much like...
Bigfoot.
Yeah!
We are going to be talking about Bigfoot today, because it's
Fuck, you thought I couldn't segue, but fuck you.
You segued like a segue, that was a Sasquatch of a segue.
It was. You didn't even see it coming, and then suddenly you couldn't even get the footage.
So how do you feel about Bigfoot? Because I know we had a tiny little chat before we started.
We've had little chats about Bigfoot on various occasions. We've never gone little bits here and there, little touches of Bigfoot talk, but we've never gone full blown into a Bigfoot.
Yeah,
we've never gone full blown big.
I mean, I've got plenty of stuff here, but I want to know like your opinion on it first. Just when I say Bigfoot to you, what Because I think you might be similar to my opinion on it, but what do you feel about Bigfoot then, first of all?
Right, so first off, did something that like Bigfoot exist? Abso-fucking-lutely it did. We all know that 100%. There's also other evidence of other humanoid species that existed, maybe even up to like just a couple of centuries ago, that were wiped out by humans.
About a couple of centuries ago.
No, genuinely.
Oh, what?
Like there's it's not guaranteed, but there was this sort of diminutive group of like
the
humanoid
smaller
creatures. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they were living on like an island chain, and they kept on messing with the humans there. So the humans just went, all right, we'll just stomp you because we're big.
And that sounds about right, to be fair.
Yeah. And some of the tribesmen were talking about, oh yes, my grandfather remembered killing those tiny little weirdos. He used to tell me the stories of the glory days.
Well, it's like a bit of a tangent, but in that same kind of vein, it's Iceland, I believe.
Yeah.
They it's very a large portion of the population believe in elves.
Yeah.
And to the point where when they're building roads and that, they have to talk to them.
Yeah.
And they have to go around the areas where they believe these elves might live, which is crazy.
I mean, it's an extra notch into that weirdness of that country in general. It gave us Bjork.
They gave us Bjork. They gave us. Is there anything? They gave us a great supermarket.
They did give us a good supermarket.
Amazing supermarket. That's probably about it, I think. Oh, they gave us a Will Ferrell film, actually.
Did they?
Yeah, he did a Eurovision film with
that one.
Rachel McAdams.
I still haven't seen that.
It's the same. I'm not going to.
No.
But the one who was Iceland in the film now was actually presented the points for the Iceland bit though in the actual Eurovision, the last one.
Do you want to?
No, I'm cool. I got anything for now.
Thank you very much, by the way. This is
cool. Today's podcast is brought to you by Coca-Cola.
The cherry.
Cherry Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
We'll put that on the ground though because I cannot afford to give Coca-Cola money for advertising. And I feel like there we go. I got a glass that says was it say yes to Coke? It's not something
I mean, it's a pretty good message.
I just thought about drugs. That's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But so Bigfoot anyway. Then so you accept then that there was humanoids around and all that.
Yeah. Does Bigfoot exist at the moment? Probably not. You know what? None of the evidence I've seen has proven anything. So
before I started looking into it, I'm not saying I'm a big believer, but before I looked into it, I was more thinking like maybe I'm open to the fact that it could exist, because like you said, there's another humanoids. There was something I've got here like.
Hang on.
God. Oh my God! I feel so emasculated right now. I can't do that. I'm not man enough. I'll give you a fight later, guys. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But there was some like mountain gorillas that were always believed to be a myth in some country. I've got it written down later on. But like that, for example, and then they found them. So that kind of shows that yes, apes can be somewhere without realising it. Yeah. But at the same time, while I'm open to it, I don't see why people give a shit.
You don't see why people care.
I don't know why people care. Like, what's the biggie? It's a monkey.
Yeah, but
even if it's there, there's plenty of monkeys everywhere.
But it's a 7 to 8 foot tall standing ape.
Well, from I was looking at this through all the witness testimonies. The descriptions vary wildly. I'm talking.
I tell you, it was the size of a raccoon. It had a big fluffy tail.
I'm talking 6 to 10 foot.
Had bandit mask over its eyes.
Oh man, some of the videos I watched of the people saying it, I just had to they were that basically, and I was like, I can't listen to him saying this. I can't believe anything he says.
Yeah, this man has no credentials. I'm gonna blow my nose. Oh no, my tissue's falling apart.
Yeah, that's the thing. And some people say it's up to 15 foot anyway. Like 50. I'm really
15 feet. Do these people know how big things are?
That's what I was about to say. I'm really trying
to
comprehend.
That's like a double-decker bus.
Is it
bigger? No, not bigger. It's Well, it's maybe a normal-sized bus. I'm not sure. It's a bus, though.
I think it's bigger than a normal-sized bus, surely. Yeah.
But one of the double-decker buses with the tops taken off. You know what I'm saying? You know, those tourist buses.
Oh, I thought you meant one that just went under a bridge that you shouldn't have done. I
mean that too.
Oh man, when you're on the bus sometimes, and you American people probably don't understand this. You don't understand what a double-decker bus is or what a bridge is. A land bridge? Did I have many land bridges from what I remember?
Land bridge.
Then again, it's a big country. What the fuck am I talking about? Like I've ever been either. Yeah. But I do know that Jeff Bezos recently had a historic bridge disassembled so he could get his yacht through.
So he could get his fucking yacht through.
I mean, if you can.
This man does not live in the real world.
At
No
all.
one know that, people. Billionaires do not live in the same world that you and me live in. That's why Elon Musk is such a weirdo on Twitter. That's why Jeff Bezos is such a weirdo everywhere.
Yep. All that money as well, and I was looking at him and he was just standing there on his boat in his shore to his wife. His wife, or I'm assuming it's his wife, I don't know. Yeah. Looks all good in that, and then I was looking at him like, for a rich guy, you should, if you're not going to work out or get some nutritionist in or something, why are you not paying to have fake pecs or something? What are you doing with your life?
Could you imagine ripped Bezos?
Well, I mean, he went further than anyone has ever gone when it comes to compensating in the form of a giant rocket shaped like a phallus.
I don't think he cares about his body. I'm pretty sure he's planning on getting himself a robot one as soon as he possibly can.
Yeah, because that's everyone's going to want to go for that.
Jeff Bezos wants to be living forever.
That's
it will start off as a robot body, but then over time he'll start going, okay, and now we've done enough work to make flesh a real possibility. So he's just going to start rebuilding himself again and again as an eternal god Bezosian.
First thing you'll do, develop how to grow hair.
Yeah.
That's another crazy thing, actually. The fucking multi-billionaire, probably one of the richest guys in the world.
And he hasn't been able to solve hair loss.
Let's get a fucking hair transplant. As someone that I watch, a wrestling guy that I watch, that reviews wrestling and stuff, because wrestling is great, we all know this. I know you know this.
It's true. Even though I don't even hate it.
Get out.
Even though I don't watch it, it's kind of brilliant.
Before we get back into this, let me tell you about one. I make a point of not talking about wrestling on my podcast because I know not that many people are actually into it.
I don't give a shit. As I say, it's fine.
But it's not. It's for them. It's for them.
Fuck them.
If you'd like me to, you know where to get me.
I had Taco Bell recently as well.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Wrestling. I'm just trying to ignore it. Wrestling, there was a Royal Rumble recently, and the winner, the first Royal Rumble, because I have the men's and the women's now. Yeah. The women's Royal Rumble, Ronda Rousey won. Came back again, she won the Rumble, going to Mania. Yeah. And at the end, they always do the thing where they point to the WrestleMania sign. Yeah. When they point to the sign, there's all fireworks that go off around it. Everyone's all like, oh yeah, they're going to WrestleMania, go home. All jobs are good. Yeah. They did that, and then the next match, what the fuck are you doing? They did that, and then the next match started, and you just noticed everyone in the crowd just looking at the sign, staring at it. Yeah. They lit the sign on fire.
Why?
I didn't mean to. The fireworks going off all around it, lit it on fire, and it was melting, and it was above the people, so they had to evacuate the area. It gets worse though. They had to evacuate the area, bring it down, put it out, all sorted. So naturally, when it comes to the second Royal Rumble match, and the winner, Brock Lesnar, wins and points to the sign, they wouldn't do the fireworks again, would they? They wouldn't do it again. Rather than they have to evacuate the people, remember, all below to do this now.
Jesus Christ!
Rather than letting the many, because a giant sign, it's not a little sign, it's a huge sign. Rather than letting all of them watch the end of the match, the end of the pay-per-view they paid for to go and see, and it wouldn't be cheap tickets, rather than let them do that.
No. Like $200 a piece.
Well, all they could have done was just put the sign as a graphic, on the stage, because all their stage is one big giant screen now. Put it there, lit some fireworks off there. You good? Yeah. But no. And as a result of the Rumble, Vince McMahon fired his son in real life.
Really?
Yeah, because he tried to take it. Was it was a shitstorm of a pay-per-view. Oh, see that's made me feel a bit more masculated now. Yeah. Masculine, whatever the right phrase would be.
Masculized.
But as big as Brock Lesnar is, though, when he was in that Rumble, fucking people about and throwing him everywhere, he looks like a crazy person now. But he is not 15 foot. He is not 10 foot.
And he would make a good Sasquatch.
Yeah, I would love to see him fight a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight.
That'd be a hell of a fight.
Like him and Francis Ngannou versus one 15-footer. I'd be down for that.
What do you think the Sasquatch's like signature wrestling move would be? We're getting to the real meat of the matter here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to say a good old-fashioned, and it's not done enough nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not done enough. A good old-fashioned clothesline from hell.
Ooh.
Good old, big old whack like JBL used to do.
Brutal.
Imagine
With
that
that
from
big
a giant
fist?
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
You don't use a fist on a...
No?
You use the whole arm.
Oh, right. Yeah,
over
of
the
course you
neck.
do.
Neck snapping with a fucking Sasquatch. Jesus fucking Christ.
I almost suppressed it, but I know you guys at home like it.
I feel like that was so loud that they'll be able to smell it.
I had chicken bagel. Good.
So the descriptions still, like, they get worse anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So,
okay,
still,
let's have a list of experiences that people have had.
well, this is just some of the descriptions here
Sasquatches.
about how they range. I mean, it could be, you know, like us, like some have, like, for example, they get described from having light brown, dark reddish, like an orangutan, I guess, hair, and straight up
There's
black.
ginger Sasquatches, Carl.
That's the one I always
They get
thought of.
bullied too.
I think they would. Well, no, who the fuck is going to bully a Sasquatch?
Are the Sasquatches?
Fair point. Okay. Oh, God, there's less of them as well, so they could do it. They haven't even got anyone to go and talk to afterwards. Oh, we need a Sasquatch outreach program, don't we?
Yeah.
Or at least hairdressers for them.
Stop Sasquatch on Sasquatch ginger violence.
That's some Whoopi Goldberg level stuff, that is.
Yes, okay. Quickly, tell me while this is fresh.
Okay.
I don't know what Whoopi Goldberg said, and I have avoided it. I've just ignored it, and now Carl is about to describe what has happened. I can't wait. Let's go.
Oh, man, it's... So, Whoopi Goldberg does a view.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a
She's
fucking...
on there with that McCain girl, isn't she? Or was that a different
I
one?
don't
I can't
fucking
remember.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg's the only one I know because she acts as a sister very well, twice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See what I did there? Yeah, that was good. I'm that smart. Yeah, but basically, so a morning show, for some reason they started talking about the Holocaust, which is not morning TV stuff.
It's not
but
really. You could expect us to talk about that shit.
if I'm awake in the morning, it's just because I haven't gone to sleep. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'd be awake in the morning. That's literally the only reason.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot. I don't like sleeping. Anyway, I'm trying to think of a way to really word what she said, but there's no way of a way to word it. She said that the Holocaust wasn't about race, basically. She was saying the Holocaust was nothing about race because it can't be about racism or anything because it's white people against white people.
Yeah, but you can find can genetically find
Jewish. Yeah, I know.
Oh no!
And Jewish people are the same as everyone else. The same as other white. It was just the ignorance of that, like just the stupidness of the comment, isn't that bad. But then she went on Stephen Colbert on the same evening to try and clarify what she said and just doubled down, basically. She doubled down. She was like, I hear what people are saying, that they, I don't even know how to word it. She was saying, I see race differently because as a black woman, she was saying, if I can't see you're a different race, I need to be able to see you're a different race for someone to be racist to you, is what she was kind of saying. She was saying, basically, like, unless it's an obvious difference, you can't. It was just, I don't get what she thinks.
Yeah, but people can be racist to like Polish people.
I know.
What is Whoopi on?
I don't know. And the fact that she doubled down on it so hard as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to skirt.
Just repeating
what she said.
mean this.
Oh, and it's like, what? Because you're a black person, you can only see racism towards black people as well. Is kind of what she was saying. Well, that is what she was saying. I'm trying not to say
she's
it.
edging towards, isn't
If
it?
she was, that's what she was saying without saying it obliquely, without fully saying the word. She was saying, unless you can only be racist to black people.
Yeah.
It's basically what she was saying.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ridiculous. So I've talked about this before with people. Racism can work in any sense, especially, and that's such a closed-minded frame of mind as well, because you're only thinking about the country you live in, where one majority is one, you know, and the minority is. But in other countries, that could be completely opposite. So of course, racism can exist in that opposite sense too.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's just unreal. Like if you're like a predominantly like black country, for example, you know, then and there's like lesser white people, then that's kind of what they're saying, just opposite. They don't think about it because there's lesser and more, you know, the minority and the majority. It's obviously what they talk about a bit. That makes sense?
I'll be honest, I zoned out.
Yeah. I know it makes sense. It does. It's just, it's one of them, it's always hard to talk about because you're worried about saying the wrong thing.
Yeah. I think there's definitely, the idea that, you know, black people can't be racist is ridiculous. The idea that Chinese people can't be racist is ridiculous. It's like, even if racism exists everywhere, and it is a shitty thing to do no matter who the fuck you are. Yeah. It's quite as simple as that. Yeah. And if you disagree with that, then you're a fucking moron, quite frankly.
Just hate of any kind, just hating on someone for any reason.
Don't hate on someone for something they can't do. It's like that you do get occasionally, like, you know, people who go like, oh yeah, no, but you know, you can't really be racist to white people if you're this or that or the other. No, but you can.
Trust me.
You can be racist to fucking anyone. Racism is just hating on someone for something they haven't chosen. It's the colour of their skin or their background or something like that. And there's nothing you can do to make that sound better just because you're you know.
And I will say, when it comes to you can't be racist towards white people, I would say that's not true, because like I went to school in predominantly Asian areas in Birmingham. Yeah. And you get it a lot. Get called what was it, a gura or gouda, something like that. Yeah. Hey, whatever, but it exists. Yeah. Of course, it's ridiculous to say it doesn't. Yeah. Like it's just craziness. Yeah. That's why it's like so hard to try and talk about what she said, because it's like I don't understand the fucking what you're saying.
I kind of get what she's trying to say, but the thing is,
it's not even true though. What she said about how you can't like see the difference in the race, like of traditional, like, you know, Jewish people, like were like from the Middle East and that as well. Yeah. So I mean, the fuck is she on about?
No, the thing is, I kind of get what she's saying in the sort of thing of like, oh, well, it's a more obvious visual change between like a white person and an Asian person, or a white person and a black person. But the thing is, it's such a closed off idea of what race and racism is.
Small-minded. Yeah. Extremely small-minded.
It's like, oh, well, and don't get me wrong, I can't claim to have the same degree
Does that mean a blind person can't be racist then? From her point of view.
I mean, it sounds like
it. Yeah? There you go. Whoopi Goldberg thinks blind people cannot be racist.
There you go.
If you ever deem a racist, just poke your eyes out and Whoopi Goldberg is fine with you.
That's the way you can stop yourself from being cancelled from now on. You just stab yourself in the eye and scream, I'm sorry.
I am still of the opinion that cancel culture is dying out, because people now are starting to understand if you just stand up to it, there's not much they can do about it, and not a lot of people actually have this opinion, or you know what. Just in general, here I'm talking.
Comedy fans don't. Comedy fans never have. There's a load of people who never were comedy fans who think that they are because they think they like certain things, and then they go to a comedy club expecting to see that certain thing, which is basically the squeaky clean version of comedy you get on the fucking TV.
And even that can offend some people.
Even that can offend some fucking people. But, like, that's what they expect. And they go, oh, well, I didn't see that and I got my feelings hurt. I said, well, you shouldn't have been in that fucking comedy club then. Or when someone was doing that joke, you should have gone, well, this guy's cleaning up for me.
This man.
I'm going to go get myself a drink from the bar and wait for the next act. If you don't like the next act, fuck off.
I don't understand, like, the fact of, like, how someone can think that, like, their self-ego, I guess, to think that I don't like this, so I need everyone to know.
Everyone else is laughing. Everyone else needs to know. But I must make it about me. I must be the white knight to stand up in this crowd of hideous people and scream, no! Not on my watch!
See, people don't realise as well. I tried. People don't realise as well, though. Like, it doesn't happen as much as people think it does. Like in live comedy, like just in the time, because we've been going around the same time, I think, haven't we? Roughly. Yeah. I haven't seen it that much. I've seen it a couple of times. A few times, yeah.
I've seen people start talking to a comedian, and then the comedian tries to sort of deflect, and then the person's like, "No, I need to." And you've ruined the night for everyone, and no one can go back to enjoying the night now until either you leave.
Well,
that's it until you leave.
I mean, it depends though. Some comics are really good at dealing with it.
Some are.
You can go on and it doesn't kill the night off at all. Depending on the person. If the person's really rowdy.
It's difficult.
Like,
I
enjoy doing that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do. Really. I've had it happen to me on stage a few times. Not so much offended for something I said, just a little heckle and then just can't let it go. Just have to go.
Yeah.
I enjoy those aspects, and that's one thing that I think people do with like online gigs and that, because I kind of now appreciate them a bit more because I did one recently. So I get it, but you don't get that aspect like the worry of or the because I think you kind of need that as well. The concept that like knowing that the crowd might do that, or it might be an interaction, or I don't know. I like.
There's a certain thrill to it. I've got to get better at doing it, which is only done by doing it, and going out there and waiting for someone to fuck with you and seeing if you can fuck with them back. Like
it's like finger blasting.
Yeah. But regardless, I've got. I've got to just get back in there and start doing the shows. Now that I'm finally allowed, since the last show, I'm finally allowed to do shows again.
The world is opening up now. Everyone's acknowledging that COVID is not what it was a year ago.
Yeah.
It's nice.
That's a legitimately 100% true statement. It's not killing as many people. I make them
sometimes, thank you.
Yeah.
I do that.
It's not killing as many people to the same fucking extent.
And most of the ones that are hospitalised are unvaccinated.
Yeah, and you can go, oh well, what if but it's sort of those are the facts.
Yeah, and
if you still don't want to take it, feel free. I'm not going to force you.
No.
I've got mine, and I'm going to hopefully be absolutely fine if I come into contact with it.
I get it as well from all sides because, like I said, I've only got the one vaccination because I was one of those people that got bad reaction from it. But. For me personally, I think I'm fine with just the one anyway, because I'm pretty healthy, I'm quite young, and I know from how it shows. But generally, I would say if you can get both at the very least. If you're older and you need the boosters too.
I've got my boost.
You got the booster as well?
Yeah, I got 3.
If I didn't have the reaction from the first one, and I know it's going to be worse on the second one, I'm scared of
it won't necessarily be worse on the second one, but it's unlikely to be better.
Yeah. I had 4 days of pure migraines, and I normally have half a day, and that kills me.
Yeah.
I'm generally scared of getting my headaches. Like they're that painful, man. People don't realise they're that painful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather take my chances now. To be honest,
now, you know what you need to do.
I wish I could. I wish I could go do it.
Just go get yourself your next vaccine, and just as you've had the vaccine, go home, stick something on the TV, and shove 3 Valium up your ass. Wake up in 4 days' time, feeling fresh as a daisy.
Yeah. I'm sure I'd definitely feel fresh after a 4-day sleep. Mixing a load of CBD in there too, actually.
Yeah.
I've started having proper CBD lately, and it's nice, man.
It's nice.
It really helps. My mum started using it too, and she has a lot of she can't walk, for example. She's waiting for a double knee replacement, and it's generally helping her.
Knee surgery sucks so hard. Yeah. She has my fucking sympathy. Luckily,
Don't tell her that.
No, but luckily the knee replacement is supposedly one of the most common ones they do, and it's quite a quick healing process.
And for some reason, the doctors have been really nice. Where they managed to get her into a private hospital.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I'm NHS too. Cause we're broke motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We ain't paying no private shit, but the NHS did.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Oh my god. We're supposed to be talking about Bigfoot.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so people also describe Bigfoot as having glowing red or yellow eyes.
Oh, we completely flew off of Whoopi Goldberg. By the way, funny, but still, yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, the Whoopi Goldberg thing is fucking dumb. I don't think she even knows what her point was, to be honest.
I don't think
she should have just said, you know what, I misspoke. I didn't really think it through. This is probably what I meent more, just so you know.
It's a personal thing to me. It's an emotional thing.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's an emotional thing because of higher experiences of racism. That's all she needs to say rather than trying to double down and be like, no, I'm right.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely true.
Nope. Yep. And get herself suspended because of that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Did you see when Gary Oldman went all weirdly sort of?
Yeah, no, I haven't heard that
He
one.
was like, the only problem that Mel Gibson had was that he said all the stuff he said in a town that's basically run by Jewish people.
Oh yeah, that's the only problem. Well, did you say in Hollywood, was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother level to it in that case then. Because they're not Jewish, but they're rich, is what he's getting at.
Well, it's not, no, there's quite a few though.
Is there?
Yeah, there's quite a few high level Jewish people in LA. You know?
It's the thing though as well, I don't get why there is like this like weird feeling towards Jewish people. Like, or like, you know, the anti-Semitism stuff you hear about. Because
weird.
it's like, there's not, like, because of the Holocaust, it is a genuine thing. You don't meet that many because there's so many were killed during it.
Yeah.
People don't think about it. Like, I had
Jewish
a
people tend to be sort of in high concentrations in one or two cities in a country.
I had one really good friend growing up, and his brother was.
Have another one?
How much did you want, man? That's why I bought it. Yeah. And my brother was friends with his brother, so we used to like go there a lot, like, and just used to show us some of the stuff. They're the only people I knew that didn't own a TV. Lovely people, didn't own a TV.
I couldn't live like that.
They owned computers though, which I said that's the same thing. And they're like, no. Okay.
Well, it sort of is.
I'm sure they'd agree now, to be honest.
Yeah.
This was like secondary school, so pre.
Did they get into the whole Netflix thing?
I don't know. This was before Netflix was even existent. And I left secondary school in 2007. So, oh god, I think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy
this
shit.
Is gonna run out actually. I need to get my charger in a sec. But so Bigfoot, yeah. So the owner of
biggest foot in the universe.
Man, I'm going to tell you some of the stuff in a minute that's like, because it's just famous everywhere and I don't get it. But for example here actually, Michael Rugg, the owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum in California, states that he smelled him once. He got close enough to smell him. And he smells like, and I quote, a skunk that has rolled around in dead animal carcasses and garbage pits. Now, I want to know why he knows what that smells like.
Yeah.
I really do want to know that.
Has he opened surströmming?
Has he what?
Surströmming. Surströmming.
I don't know. That just sounds like noises to me.
Surströmming. It's that fish that when you open it, people gag immediately.
Oh, okay. Well,
have you ever seen surströmming?
No.
Oh,
my experiences with gagging. There's only one real experience with gagging that I've come across.
Oh my god! I gotta show you this. If you guys want to just watch along with us by googling, hang on.
What's it called again?
Surströmming.
It sounds like a guitarist picking up a nobleman and starting playing him like a fiddle. That made sense to me in my head when I was saying it. I was just imagining someone holding up like a pot, like a sir, like I don't know, Sir Michael Keaton. I know he's not a sir, but and he's like a plank. He's just playing. Carry on.
No, yeah,
I don't know what the fuck I was saying, dude.
It was fun.
I was chatting complete crap then.
That's good.
Oh, I know. But it's ended now because I don't know where I was going.
Right, so this is fucking surströmming, right? You see that tin, that bulging fucking tin?
Right.
This video, by the way, if you want to watch along, is called "Trying Surströmming" by I Am Brandon Farris.
What's trying about it is like a drug or something.
He's just opened it. It's gone everywhere. Let's just listen to the gagging.
Is that just it though? It's just a smelly fish.
Oh no, it's not just a smelly fish. Surströmming, Carl, is a fish that has been left to ferment underneath a rock in salt water for an extended period of time.
Is that left to ferment or you just got trapped?
Actually, I'm not sure if they do that anymore. They just ferment it now for an extended period of time.
Yeah, surely you wouldn't need the rock.
No, probably not anymore.
He's busy. He needs to be doing films.
Yeah, and then they slam it into this can, right? The can expands when it's full because it's still fermenting inside,
creating gas.
Yeah, you're supposed to open it underneath the water when you open it, so it instantly washes away the grossness. They fucking love it. I can't remember where the surströmming comes from. It's like some Norwegian country or something like that.
I still don't understand what's the point of this though. It's just a smelly fish.
It's a delicacy.
Oh, is it food then?
They're supposed to enjoy eating it. A rotten fish, Carl.
Oh man, that's nothing. You can see the rotten eggs. and that, the fermented rotten eggs.
That's nothing in comparison
Well,
to
I suppose
these.
that's not actually. I think I'd rather. I don't know.
Those little rotten egg things, those sort of.
Yeah,
They're
that's
gross.
a chicken period.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. That's a chicken
Yeah,
period.
but they're delicious.
They are delicious. I'm not a fish fan. Okay, yeah, I'll agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't
that
like sea fish either.
Oh, mate, this stuff. Oh, apparently, it smells like fucking a tyre, a burning tyre.
Smell like a blue waffle. If you don't know what that is, Google it at your own risk, people.
Don't.
No, do.
Don't.
But NSFW?
NSFW, yeah.
Yeah. He can say it better than me because of the speech impediment and whatnot. Oh, I finally debuted my new song the other day. My brand new song in my last gig.
Yeah.
Yep. If I had a longer tongue. And see her legs jiggling anyway.
If I had a bigger tongue.
Now I can tell. You'll have to check it out if when you come to one of the gigs. For example, Katie's Comedy Clubhouse that will be starting from the 15th of February. Whoop whoop. And every other Tuesday thereafter. It's free in. Bring your own beer. Bring your own whatever you want. You know, you can't smoke in here, but
Bring your own beer. Bring your own boobs. Bring your own balls.
Outside. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, free night. Come in. Money is not an issue. If you have no money to spend, don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
Literally, this is just celebrating being able to fucking do live comedy again, to be honest.
It's literally just a space where comedy will be happening. And
Yeah.
if you want to be around in that space, come along.
Yeah.
It's almost like a New York style open air gig, but it's not open air.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's a clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's a comedic clubhouse.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. Okay then, so he smells.
Nice.
Bigfoot does.
Yeah. Yeah. Stanky Bagfoot.
And apparently he's got a human face. Well, some people say he's got a human face. Todd Standing claims to have he's a Bigfoot researcher and filmmaker apparently, claims to have a high definition photo of his face, which no one's ever seen or been verified.
Of course they have.
Because that's what a Bigfoot researcher would do.
Yeah.
Take a photo up close, a profile picture of him, and
Yeah.
not show anyone.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
I mean, why would you show that to people?
I've got
Then they'd know.
Oh, yeah. You'd get credit. No. There's just a few little bits though. Just when I typed in Bigfoot yesterday, like on Google, just some of the stuff, because I was going to like look through some of the things, because I know he's everywhere. He's like mascots for companies, you know. I was just saying that he does all these things like he's fucking got an agent and that. But just from typing in Google and then just looking down a bit, I came across, for example, there's Bigfoot Biomedical, which specialises in diabetes care.
Why?
I went on the website and there's not even a picture of Bigfoot. There's nothing other than it being called Bigfoot. Bigfoot Biomedical.
Is that one of the symptoms of diabetes? You just get
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Bigfoot.
It kind of is. Your feet can fall off. It's a
they
very
can, yeah.
mean name, really.
It's a fucking savage name.
It's mean, yeah. Not nice. But I thought that was amazing, though.
Oh fuck! What stage of the diabetes are you at? It's Bigfoot diabetes.
I'm only at the Yeti stage. Damn it! I should have said I'm only at the Sasquatch stage. I'm not Yeti there. Yet. I'm not. Damn it!
I'm not there yet.
Second time round.
I'm not there Yeti.
Very nice, very evil.
It's okay.
Danhausen. If anyone doesn't know who Danhausen is or wants to see a very funny wrestler, just type in Danhausen. It's great.
Yeah.
Very nice, very evil. Danhausen. Anyway,
Scratchy's neck.
There's multiple programs around searching for Bigfoot, as you know. So the famousness of it, still, it's literally one called Searching for Bigfoot, I think.
Yeah.
Where
In search of Sasquatch, that was a kick-ass in search of with Leonard Nimoy.
But yeah, he's in Jack Black.
Kicking out the gems. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a whole new bit. They got a whole bit about it, and they got the song, obviously, and I swear they wanted to do more on that. That was one bit they were talking about.
Yeah. His name was Sasquatch, so I'm told.
The regular Bigfoot hunting parties everywhere, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
But one that I thought was hilarious that I didn't know until literally until yesterday, I never heard of it. Bigfoot Festival.
Yeah.
This is a literal shoot festival. You have to buy like tickets. You have to buy tickets for it. I actually left the
When you edit that, can you edit it like one of those fucking horror movie scream bits where my face suddenly turns?
Let me note down the time. Where are we at? There's my thing. There it is. Where are we at? 39, 38 then in that case.
Oh, fuck.
You know, what was I even fucking saying then? I completely took it off. Think. Oh yeah, the festival.
Yeah.
Horror Scream. Yeah, so it's, look, I've got it on here and I'll turn it so you can see it a bit more. I didn't look at that much at it, but it's like a full-on festival. Like, oh, what the fuck is it
Just
gone?
about Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like loads of fucking, I really should have looked at this before I actually started talking about it. But I believe they have like, you know, like this huge giant thing. Oh fuck, I got no internet in here. Yeah, that was. No! But they got like acts on before me. It's like the size of a download festival, you know, the size of a proper festival.
What is it about people that they find Bigfoot to be such an interesting?
This is what I'm saying. I don't get what's so interesting about it.
No.
It's just a monkey.
Everyone knows it as well. Everyone knows
Yeah.
it. It's not like, well, I suppose everyone knows the Loch Ness Monster, but everyone's basically
no one
just
gives a shit about that.
Everyone's just has kind of accepted that doesn't happen. You know?
No, that's not real. Yeah.
It's not real.
I don't believe in Loch Ness at all. I give no credence to that.
No,
because
they've
technology-
scanned the entire loch.
Technology is well good enough now that we would know.
Yeah.
We would just know. But that's not true for Bigfoot, though, in all honesty.
No, you could easily lose a primate somewhere in the greater like forests of North America very easily.
Researchers and that estimated there's about 2,000 of them in existence in like this one, these two plains, you know, two like fucking what you just said, like national forests.
Yeah.
But they said, while 2,000 may sound a lot, it's not.
It's not.
They said literally, if you were walking around there, it would be shocking if you were walking around your whole life and bumped into one once.
Yeah.
That would be surprising to happen.
It's basically like, and it's not impossible for something to be that completely lost and then suddenly appear again out of nowhere. It's like there were various animals in like. There's one in, was it Australia recently that sort of they thought was completely dead, like a tiny mouse
Tasmania.
or something. Oh, there was Tasmania as well.
Devil,
Yeah, and there's ones that people have thought have genuinely been gone forever, and it's just like, oh look, fuck, there's one.
Yeah. And when you think about it, like the size of these forests, they've got drones and they can start like looking now, but it's still a huge job.
And
which it's like the ocean.
Yeah,
It's just basically, to me, it's like that kind of equivalent thing. And every day they're discovering new stuff in the ocean. So why wouldn't it be the same?
and
in the
there is that thing of
isn't
like,
inhabited either.
yeah, there is also that thing of the Yeti does exist in Eastern culture.
It is, yeah.
And if it's an Arctic primate, if it's a primate that's capable of withstanding that because it's got a big, you know, fluffy amount of fur on it and it can go through sort of cold areas without dying, then there's a multiple times where there's like an ice bridge that could have been walked across by something, especially if it's smart enough to like catch fish.
Serbia and what was the different one? I can't remember exactly where it was now. Serbia and I think somewhere near to Canada or something used to be connected originally. And this is where a lot of animals came across, and they said that would have been
where they would have crossed.
Yeah, because that makes complete sense, you know. Just because, like,
and then after
thing
a while, they sort of get separated and become slightly different species.
Okay, while we're talking about that, then I might as well go into this other bit now, then, because one thing that I think is quite important here is a lot of people believe, technically, I say a lot of people. There's some people who believe technically we already have found Bigfoot. Because there was this old extinct animal called the, what's it? I've got it on here somewhere. It's like the Gigantopithecus.
Australopithecus.
No, it's a gigantic something. Gigantopithecus. It was like a 10-foot tall ape. Reddish kind of hair, like, you know. And it was believed that it was a herbivore. It died out however many thousands of years ago, apparently, the same time when the bamboo in the area died out, because apparently they believed that was its main food source. But the
like
thing,
a stupid fucking panda.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
This was originally what's believed. It's still mainstream is still believed. Yet they've also now discovered, though, from fossils, the jaws they've got with teeth as well. Looking at the teeth that are in there, they can see ones that are designed for chewing meat and all that. So they're actually like, no, they now think it was an omnivore, and if it's an omnivore, it had no reason to die out at that point when they fought. Might have lost a lot of numbers, but doesn't mean but it still had stuff to eat. Yeah. So is that what is, just the animal that's dying out now still? Going extinct like so many fucking animals anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is really interesting to me, like that concept in general, because it's the right area too.
It's hot as fuck.
The what?
Nothing.
What did you say? Sasquatch shit or?
Nah, sex. I reckon Sasquatch sex is hot as fuck.
Imagine the noises they'd make, man. You hear some of the testimonies here by people with
echoing for fucking miles. Yeah. I bet. Yeah. Do you reckon they got those tiny dicks? Do you reckon they got those tiny like gorilla dicks?
A chode.
No,
proper little chode.
No, gorillas have got really small dicks.
I mean, I didn't, to be honest.
Yeah, they've got small dicks, and so did like chimpanzees. They've got small dicks.
Which are monkeys and apes again? I forget now.
Apes are the ones without tails for the most part.
So gorilla's an ape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chimpanzees.
So this would be an ape as well, wouldn't it? Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And gorillas have tiny dicks.
Gorillas have tiny dicks.
They probably have tiny dicks then.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have the largest dicks in comparison to our body of like all of the apes, really.
Speak for yourself, really.
Yeah.
I'm working with Todger down here.
I don't have the biggest dick in the world, but it's still bigger than a gorilla's dick.
People think my tongue is tiny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just gotta find the right woman.
The
right woman with the tiniest vagina. Jesus.
This is another little thing that I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. Have you got the charger as well?
Oh, good shout, yeah. There's a report.
Yeah. And he's going for it. He's got the cable. He's coming back round the hard line. He's about to make it. Oh my God! He's handing over the power cable. It is a farce. Oh. Will they let this happen in the judges' box? And they will!
Yeah, so I'd seen this before. Have you ever heard, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was on the infographics that I originally saw this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the infographics show, yeah. And they were talking about, there was this one, I can't remember when it was, basically. It was recent, it was within the last 20 years, it was that kind of time. There's a motorway, or highway as they call it in America, I think, in the area that we're talking about. And they got calls from like 20 to 30 different cars driving down about this 10-foot tall ape creature walking on 2 feet, running into the cars, getting scared, like running between, shitting itself basically. Some were talking about it being aggressive. I know it's weird, isn't it? Some of these things, it's like, what the hell was that then? That obviously, and it's like...
Maybe it was Nudie Hulk.
Maybe. Wait, Nudie Hulk?
Yeah.
I thought you meant Hulk Hogan then.
No, well, that too. That would be terrifying. Could you imagine that? Hulk Hogan running into your fucking car, bollock naked.
Sadly.
What's up, brother? Bang!
You don't have to imagine it. The dude released a sex tape.
Yeah. Oh,
he is not so hulky, put it that way. Tiny dick syndrome. I haven't actually watched it, to be fair.
No,
but I would, to be honest, I would, and I would just be waiting the whole time for him to be like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
Come on, girl. Just imagine it. He's a bass player as well.
I can't imagine it's a good angle.
I can't imagine I can't imagine him to be a very caring lover, to be honest.
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree. I reckon he really cares if they come.
Well, that's just, yeah.
I think he's passionate like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think you know Hulk Hogan like I do, man.
I think no. I think that's all a bit of bravado on the outside. I think on the inside, mate, he just wants people to like him.
He just wants to be loved.
Yeah, he just wants to be loved, bro, and that means.
To be fair, it took him a long time to be persuaded to turn heel.
Yeah.
It took him a while.
There you go.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of interesting though. The fact that these are all these stories came in about him on the road though, this thing. And the other bit as well that just fits in, that it's just really, it's hard to ignore it. The amount of tracks that have been discovered. The actual footprints.
Yeah, but footprints are so easy to fake.
This is the issue though. I was watching zoologists talking about it, and he said he's got about 400. What would the word be? Sorry, specimens of different tracks, and he says he knows a lot of people talk about how they could be faked, you know, but he's like, the problem is he knows what to look for, and he says the pressure points, the distribution of weight in regards to what it said, how tall it's said to be, how much it's thought to weigh, you know. He said no, you can't. This is obviously his opinion, but it's like, you can't fake that. Like, you can't fake the pressure points. If this animal existed how it's supposed to, this is what its track would look like.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't do that with like a wooden cast on your foot, for example.
No.
That's what he's saying. I'm not saying I'm completely on board with that, but that's the point he's making. And a zoologist is saying, no, I can't really say over a zoologist. He knows better than me.
Yeah, but is it a zoologist or is it a cryptozoologist?
It's not a cryptozoologist.
Yeah.
No. He was originally brought into it when there were tracks found around a construction site.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just found all of them. Which, I mean, that's interesting though, the tracks and that. Like, I think I'm of the opinion there probably is some apes out there, but I just don't see.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was or wasn't, really.
Yeah. I also don't give a shit.
I kind of give a shit in that sort of thing of if it was revealed that yes, there is in fact a Sasquatch. I'd be like, fucking rad. My life is better for knowing that Sasquatch exists. But at the same time, if it doesn't exist, I'm basically running on that example anyway. Like God. Sasquatch to me is a lot like God. Until I see absolute proof, I'm going to assume that there isn't one.
I think that's a good way to be.
Yeah.
Do you want to stop in a sec for a break? Because I might have a little bit more smoke of this.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right, my son.
But before we do that, actually, though, what was it going to fucking... Yeah, one thing that... Now I'm thinking about it, though. I'd forgotten about some of the reasons why I wasn't that believing of it. Like, one really good point, if they are real, why have we never found a body of one?
Maybe they bury their dead.
Maybe they're smarter than we realise. I mean, you don't have to be too smart to do that. People were doing that, like, when we was quite... I mean, I'm sure there's...
I think there's like... Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
Even, like, smaller apes show that kind of respect in some ways, yeah.
Yeah, true, and they show jealousy. I mean, to be fair, that maybe, and maybe they just eat them as well. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be but then again, I don't know. It might be one of those animals that can, because isn't it? That's how you get like a lot of mad cow disease, but mad whatever.
Oh, when they eat another cow's brain.
When
that's
someone,
when
one animal eats another animal's, like if we ate a human brain.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, like that can definitely. Yeah, there's a guy who ate brains and went insane. I think I did something on one of his on this one.
Yes, he ate brains and then went insane.
Oh no,
that's what happened.
No, he was already insane. I think we had this discussion before. He's already insane, but yeah, when you eat brain, it makes you sort of it gives you like prions in your brain, which are sort of like a kind of not even a bacteria or a virus, but it's like it's a pathogen of some kind.
There is something I've heard like that.
Yeah, and it gets in your brain and it really fucks you up. Like, you should not eat brain, ever.
In case you're thinking about it, you know, just maybe hold off.
Don't eat brain.
There was that one guy, wasn't there, who ate something in front of a police station, like someone's tonsils, I think. He bought it from someone. He was like he's a performer guy, he referred to himself as, and that was one of his performances, to go and eat that in public outside of a police station because he couldn't actually do anything about it. And he couldn't. I don't know why that was. Yeah, I don't know why that's why he decided to do with his time.
That's so fucking gross.
I mean, I say this. Well, I wasn't going to eat it though. My aunt recently had her toe cut off, and they were like, just going to chuck it out. Now I was like, wait, you're not even going to ask for it? I'll have it. Give it to me. And they're like, why do you want your aunt's toe? I'm like, how? When am I ever going to get a chance to own a body part? To own a toe? I mean,
at least let me make a bottle of tequila with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like passing up any manner of opportunities, and you don't get many opportunities in life to own a human toe.
That's true. Have you ever had?
Well, more than 10 anyway.
Yeah. Have you ever had a vodka, a scorpion in vodka?
Yeah.
They're good.
There's a specific one, isn't there? You can get.
Yeah, the yellow scorpion.
Yeah, I've had it. Have you had the buffalo grass one? No. It's quite nice. Yeah. Someone I was...
Oh, no, shit. I think I did ages ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was when I was being a slag at the time, so I can't quite remember what it was. But it was nice. It kind of like... for some reason, I don't know why a piece of fucking grass does it, but it did take off that edge.
That edge of it, yeah.
Yeah, which is really strange. You know, before we have a little break, actually, let me just quickly mention some of this history stuff here, because we get a lot of the stuff, you know, we covered anyway here. So, up to 1,000 years ago, these petroglyphs that were believed to be 1,000 years old were found at a site called Painted Rock in the Chul River Indian Reservation in California. It's believed to show a family of Bigfoot, and it was created by the Yokuts, as I said, about 1,000 years ago. 16th century Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers in California, I don't know why it's always there, told tales of the lost vigilantes or dark watchers, which were large creatures alleged to stalk their camps at night. That's 16th century. In the region that is now Mississippi, a French Jesuit priest was living with the Nutsec people, I'm guessing another Native American tribe from the sounds, in 1721, and reported stories of a hairy creature in the woods that was known to scream loudly and steal livestock, which is another thing you hear about a lot, the loud, weird noises.
Yeah.
But for someone who spent a lot of time in just a small British forest at night,
you get lots of loud, weird noises. Yeah.
Like, I saw this thing before, someone that was traumatized as a kid because they thought that there was an alien or a Bigfoot or something outside their window, the screams that they heard, and they started playing noises back to him as an adult, and it was like the second one they played to him, and it was some kind of bird or something. That's all it was. It's like, animals make weird fucking noises, but
yeah,
it's all in the same region and shit, so I do find
it's kind of embarrassing to be that scared by a bird.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, if it was a fucking ostrich, I'd be scared of that.
Really?
An ostrich, yeah, they're big ass things.
Yeah, they're big, but like, I reckon I could take one.
Oh, you couldn't take an ostrich, it'd beat you down.
Nah, big stick. You got an ostrich?
Oh, you didn't say you could have tools.
I'm not gonna go into a fight with an ostrich barehanded.
Why? Yeah, you'd
not a fucking like superhero, Carl.
I know. Oh, you could be. Don't put yourself down.
I could be a superhero.
You're almost a superhero.
I'm so close to being Batman.
You would make a great Batman.
I really would.
You really would.
Yeah.
Glowing eyes coming through.
Yeah.
The blue glowing eyes. Yeah, blue ones.
I use my Batman voice.
There you go. Because I'm the Batman. That's my favourite one. The have you seen the piss take one? I think it's
actually, you could go with more of the Kevin Conroy Batman.
You need the the superhero cafe. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Because I'm the Batman. I'm the Batman. So hard to stop doing that when you start.
Yeah.
I'm the Batman. Batman would get fucked.
What's the difference between you and me? I'm not wearing hockey pads.
You know what? Batman could definitely not take Bigfoot. He couldn't take Bane. Bane broke his fucking back.
Batman could fuck up Bigfoot.
With preparation time, yeah.
Yeah.
But if he was just walking along doing his usual thing, and all of a sudden Bigfoot comes a calling,
I think you're underestimating the power of Batman.
That's what I'm saying. No, Bane, when Bane caught him off guard, snapped his back.
Bane was fucking trained by the same motherfucker who trained Batman. Of course, there was going to be.
Yeah,
he was a cool motherfucker
in the films.
Yeah.
He didn't spend the whole time in that pit. He didn't get out. He was older.
Yeah, but he was following on from Ra's al Ghul's thing, wasn't he? That was the whole point of it.
No, it was Ra's al Ghul's daughter was the one doing it.
Yeah.
That bit wasn't needed in that film. Wow. They didn't need to add that.
They just wanted to have Talia al Ghul so that Batman can get some Strange, because he'd had so little Strange, Carl.
Oh, have you seen?
It'd been such a tough time for Bruce, and he hadn't even slung dick. And man needed to sling some dick.
He needed to get those.
Yeah.
Those bat wings needed to fly, man.
Yeah, bro.
He needed that propeller to go going.
Everyone, that was my favourite bit in the movie. I stood up in the middle of the cinema like, yes!
Well done, Batman.
Batman's got fucking laid!
I'm pretty sure that him and Joker have a homoerotic relationship anyway.
I reckon there's something going on. I don't think either of them admit it. That's the thing. They just take it out on their sort of friends.
That's what the actual end of killing Joker was. That's when they realise
Joker takes it out on each other. Yeah, Joker takes it out on Harley, and fucking Batman takes it out on Robin.
Yeah. Oh man, Robin gets the raw end of all of that.
Yeah, man. We're gonna go training again. But I have like 3 broken legs. Training!
At least Harley gets some penis though as well. You know, like, you have something for her.
Yeah, but Joker dick doesn't sound like good dick.
No. I wonder if it's painted as well.
I think it's spindly and curved.
It's got to be painted white. Got to have green pubes.
Yeah.
Got to be like a little red on the tip. I feel like he'd be circumcised.
I reckon it's a spring dick.
I don't know what that means.
You know, I reckon the tip comes off and goes dang dang dang.
Okay. Or is it about to come? Like a little flag comes out like come. Shit.
Spunk.
I've generally done that in the middle of sex before. Not the fucking
you
flag.
Shot a fucking flag out.
I mean, just like spunk. It was actually cum, is what I said, but cum.
I'm gonna go spunk. I'm gonna go with spunk. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you're in a relationship, whatever you want to call it now.
Yeah.
You're comfortable saying relationship?
Yeah,
now?
I reckon so. It's all right.
Be strange for people when it's out of sync though, and they're like, actually no, I think we already took that bit out actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a bit to this then, yeah. So in 1898, Chief Michel of the, and I'm definitely going to pronounce this right. Oh, I actually know this part. Nolaka Pamuks. That's actually what that means.
That's
the
cool.
comma. It's the Nolaka Pamuks.
Yeah.
Told a story. I feel fucking good doing that. Yeah. Told a story of a giant and hairy wild man in the area that would shake trees and eat their clams to folklore researcher Charles Hill Toot.
Do you reckon he did it just like shell and all?
What?
Do you reckon he's just and just eating?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or,
to be honest,
do you think it's really dainty and he's just like
I can always stay like.
Yeah.
To be fair, if that's something he's been eating all along, then he probably has got it down to a T now.
Yeah,
they'll flick it out. Maybe they like the shoulder. To be fair, if you've got the teeth, if it is one of those Galapagos things,
I reckon
their teeth are like that.
Yeah,
like so they could eat one of them.
And also, like that must scratch your butthole nicely. Oh, yeah. Shell on the way out. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they could. I wonder if they could use tools in that. It'd be really interesting. Yeah. If they are real.
I mean, most apes can to a certain extent. They all like use rocks and shit.
I mean, they even started spearfishing now, which is crazy. Like
some baboons fucking hunt like flamingos in very, very tactical ways.
Oh yeah, they have like battle plans. They have like formations. It's and different formations depending on the situation too. Because a lot of animals do have formations, but they
just have like one or two formations.
Yeah.
But in these baboons, it's like, okay, Alpha, you take flank Delta.
It really is. Like, people don't realise evolution is still happening now. And like the spearfishing, people are like, well, it's not evolution. They're just copying seeing what people have done. I was like,
that's evolution,
what the hell? Yeah, so
that's still the same fucking thing. Just because it comes from a different source, it's putting 2 and 2 together.
In that case, all the shit that we've learned from the aliens and stuff, which whether we have or not, I fucking still hate watching any alien stuff now. Yeah. Because when it's a good evidence as well, it's just people they just don't want to accept it. No. I don't know why. Anyway.
Aliens don't exist, Carl. What are you talking about? Shut up.
But as you said,
it's way more important that we all focus on what's really important.
Like whether Boris had a party or not.
Yeah.
There you go.
Going exactly the same place I was, yeah.
Fucking, I don't get it as well. Everyone bitching at Boris like about that. But no, I get it. Why they're bitching.
Yeah, same.
But I mean, like, why would they think it's just Boris? Shouldn't it be the whole party? Yeah. Like, it shouldn't just be Boris, it'd be the whole party.
Yeah, but that's what the Tory party does. It's like, look, it's the golden boy or girl, and everything's fine. Quickly, they did something wrong. Kill them, slaughter the child.
That's one thing I've really learned over the last few years. I already knew it, but I just try to, you know me, I'm an optimist. I try to assume the best, despite being I'm a realist who's an optimist at heart. So I'm just constantly let down by these fucking people.
Yeah.
It's like abusive fucking
Because
relationship.
you just want to have an easy time.
I just want to believe that they're not that dumb.
Yeah.
But they are.
They are.
And it really is just all for show, man. Like you watch it, like the meetings, the cabinet meetings or whatever it is. Oh my God.
They're
just there throwing insults at each other too, just saying all this random shit. They have no idea what the...
They don't care.
They don't care. It's no wonder that nothing ever gets done, because it's just...
They're not interested in it, though. That's not the point of it. The point isn't to get things done. If the point was to get things done, then the whole government organisation would have been changed long ago.
Yeah.
It's about keeping those people in power with the jobs that they've got for as long as possible. And that's basically it.
I'm sure you've heard about what was announced yesterday about basically everything is going up.
Oh, in prices.
Everything. Yeah. Significantly.
And cost of fuel is going to go up by 50%.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, we're not going to do much about it. What are you fucking talking about? You've already bled everyone in this country for everything they can give. And you keep going, tax cuts for the millionaires. What the fuck do you think is going to happen?
I think a lot of this, to be honest, came from the other way round. They gave too much. I don't want to say they gave too. I don't want to say they gave too much.
This is the party of austerity, mate. They were intentionally reducing as much as they could of what they paid into the.
Bear in mind that everyone was losing money, losing their jobs and stuff, and that, and they had to go on universal credit, and they decided to give everyone £100 uplift.
Yeah.
Each month, which is nothing, and you can't live on that. But still, like I said, they don't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
So and as someone on that,
but Amazon paid zero tax. Amazon paid £0 in tax.
Yeah, but doesn't that work out because they're not a British company?
No, that's not how it works. But they just want you to think that's how it works.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm not saying that's
no, that's
right.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is the thing that everyone goes oh, but that's not an option. It is an option, and they go, oh well, the companies will leave.
Yeah,
they fucking won't.
They do business here. Yeah.
They do business in this country. They use your roads. They use your fucking electricity.
How do they get around
all of the infrastructure, and then they go, oh no, because our employees pay their tax, we shouldn't have to pay any of ours, so we'll just work it out so that we've got charitable donations in the right place, and we've got tax write-offs we can do from this, that, and the other. So in the end, we pay no tax.
Is that actually
that's
how they get
works.
around it?
Yeah.
How?
That's just how
and
it is.
And the government are just yeah, it's fine. They're just not trying to.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. And not only that, there's video footage of, I think it was David Cameron George Osborne, who was the fucking the guy in charge of the Treasury at the time.
Yeah.
And he got a question on Question Time, a political one of oh well, I have a lot of money and I'm not sure where my money is going to be able to be safe, and how do I deal with these taxes? And he literally goes, oh well, there are some offshore bank accounts where you can put your money and it won't get affected at all. It's you're literally saying put your money in a tax haven so that the fucking public can't get any tax off of it. You fucking fiend of a person. Meanwhile, they're taxing people who don't have the money more and more and more, and going oh, but you can take it because you already don't have money, so that's fine.
I do believe a smaller business, and a smaller business that earns whatever, just a smaller business.
Yeah.
Whatever, anyway, a smaller business and a giant business like Amazon. Amazon shouldn't have to pay a bigger percentage of tax than a small business. It should be the same, in my opinion. I don't understand this concept of just ballpark figures. I don't know what they are. A small company has to pay 15% of their profits.
Yeah.
And then Amazon have to pay 30% of their profit. That doesn't make sense to me, because percentages are all about...
I think you're right. I think you're right, because in that one specifically, it is about well, they've done this much business to transfer, so therefore that is the same transaction across the board. I get that. When it comes to personal money, I think if you're earning well over £1 billion a year, you can probably afford to have 50% tax on it over the billion.
Yeah, but I mean, if I think we talked about this before as well. If everyone else is only paying 25% tax or something, I don't see why someone who's managed to build a giant company like that should have to pay more.
Because they don't actually, that money never goes back into the economy.
But no, but I mean, the percentage
No,
should be
but
for any company?
this is the thing, right? So, say someone's got £20,000.
Yeah.
Right, so that person spends almost all of their money that year of that £20,000 on the economy, and it will go into something.
Yeah.
Now, the billionaire, once he's got to $1 billion, like, you can live, even if you're incredibly lavish, off of like £200 million a year.
Yeah.
Very fucking easily. So there's 800 million there that is just sat in a bank account. It doesn't go into anywhere. It doesn't get taxed by VAT, which this guy here is getting taxed by the entire time on every single bit of money.
Yeah, that shouldn't be right. It should always be whether it's.
But that's the thing. So if this guy's earning that much chunk and that guy's still taking all the tax from the other shit, that guy taking a 50% cut off the top of it is not actually a detriment at all. Because again, these tax brackets, they don't go from immediate. It's not like he's earning $1 billion, so therefore it's all of that $1 billion that's cut off.
Yeah.
It's anything over $1 billion he is getting 50% tax on. So if you're earning up to £1 billion a year and you think you genuinely can't get taxed 50% on that to make the rest of the country way better, quite frankly, you're a dick. Quite frankly, you're a dick.
Yeah.
Because those people only exist and only have that much money because of the success of the country that they are in. They use that country's success, and congratulations, you've done really well.
Like, but at the same time, it's like it's their business.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing.
It's their money. If they don't want to spend it,
yeah, but that's the problem, isn't it?
should?
No, but that's the problem, isn't it? Because then it's like, oh, well, why should I pay my tax for this? Why should I pay my tax for that? That guy there...
Yeah, I think they should be taxed on the money they've got either way.
Yeah, no, but that guy there is still getting a huger amount of tax taken out of his overall profit.
You mean a bigger percentage?
Yeah, than that guy ever will, because that guy's just sitting going like, well, I'm paying what? Total of about 50 million in tax, and I've got 800 million.
Oh, so you're saying because he's got more money and he obviously doesn't have to spend as much of it to keep stuff going?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. So it literally just sits in a bank account.
The tax is only on the money that's being used.
Taxed. Yeah, it never gets taxed because it's sat in an offshore bank account. No one ever sees it.
Yeah.
You never get the tax off.
And you only get taxed on money that you actually use, do you then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
the problem isn't there then. So the problem is that you shouldn't be able to do these bypassing tax laws and all that. Like
realistically, that's the ultimate fix. But they should be like, you know, that in America, when America was doing its greatest, in the 50s, when everyone thinks it was fantastic, they were paying 50% of their tax. In fact, sometimes more, and that was over $1 million, not over $1 billion.
This is kind of something that they brought up actually on the news yesterday when they were talking about this, you know, like the rises in all cost of living and all that, and the interest is going to go up on, you know, houses and all that kind of stuff. And then they were saying that the only thing is, though, this is this generation, this will be the first time this generation will see these high levels. They don't realise that they're still not that high in comparison to what they used to be, like you were talking about all that time ago. So it's a weird thing.
And the thing is, you've got to look at the disparity between the amount of money that people could earn, because like back in the day, a man could have a minimum wage job and support an entire family on that happily.
Cost of living was a lot
lower. But also, people weren't really billionaires. There weren't many of those. They were mostly just millionaires.
Yeah.
So there was like a disparity, but not that much.
But with inflation, I mean, you know.
Yeah, but now the thing is, you've got billionaires who've got like billions and billions and billions. Yeah. And then you've got people who are still earning the same that they were sometimes in like the 50s. And it's like, that's not sustainable. That is such a huge disparity. It's actually more in some cases than like kings in fucking medieval courts and shit like that. It is genuinely, it's not healthy to have that situation.
I just don't really know what you can do about it.
Tax the fucking rich, mate. Tax the fucking rich. Fucking tax them. It's not going to hurt them. It's not going to hurt.
It's not going to hurt them, but this is the thing, though. Like I said, it's their money too. I don't see why
It's not. It's not just their money.
If you're making money,
because again, they wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for the country that they lived in. They wouldn't have made it without the people who were working underneath them.
Yeah, but they paid them, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, but that's not the point, because then that's the same thing as Amazon going like, oh well, our employees pay tax, so I shouldn't have to pay tax.
Well, that's dumb.
Exactly, it's the same thing though. It's like, well, I paid him.
Yeah, they should have to pay tax.
I paid him, so I don't have to pay you anymore. Yeah. No. You are in a position where you've got vastly more money than you could ever use. Why the fuck would you not just give a little bit into the country that has allowed you to make that much money?
This is the thing that was just strange to me, because I always felt like tax was something everyone just had to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like I said, to me, it should be across the board the same percentage for everyone, because, you know, 25%, for example, I don't know what the figures are, but...
Yeah, but again, it's that thing, that 25% hits that little guy a lot more.
That's what I was about to say, though, yeah, but that's why you're always trying to build up, though, isn't it? But, so, if that little guy manages to keep earning more and more and more and keep building, despite all the, issues with building a business, and he gets to the point of having loads of money, why should he then have to pay more of that money he's earned? Well, but you are paying more money, though, is what I'm saying, because if you're, say, I don't know, you got like, you make like $100,000 profit or something, 25% of that, 25 grand, but then if someone's making $1 billion profit, then 250 million is the same percentage, but one is still a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, but that works fine, provided you don't suppress minimum wages, which is what people have been doing for fucking like decades at this point.
How do you mean? What do you mean?
So the minimum wage, realistically, if you wanted to say adjust the minimum wage to what it was like back again when like 50, 60 people were happy, it'd be like £25.
Oh wow, £25 an hour,
something like that.
Oh.
And that's why you'd be fine. And that's why, if it is a flat tax, in that scenario, if everyone's paying a 25% flat tax or a 15% flat tax, that's fine, because those motherfuckers, they've still got shitloads of money to spend on other shit.
That's kind of another thing they were talking about on the news as well.
But that's the other thing. The
wages going up, but that will be a bad thing in the long run.
But here's the thing: where do you think that money comes from?
Which? That
money to pay those people the extra wage. It comes from that billionaire, because that billionaire is taking the same amount of money out of the paychecks of those people to give to himself as his pay for running the company.
Yeah.
So they're both going to the same thing. It depends what you want. Do you want it to be done by private company, or do you want it to be done by public institution?
But I suppose the real root problem there then is not so much that stuff, it's the fact that the cost of living is going up, because none of this would even be an issue if cost of living wasn't going up.
Oh yeah, but cost of living is going to go up. It's just the way...
It seems the main thing that's doing right now, like the fuel thing you was talking about, it seems that it's like the kind of stuff people haven't really thought about very much. There's so much now about pushing to try and do climate change, rightly so.
Yeah.
Like we need to, it should have been drilled into our generation rather than the generation now, but whatever, it's getting there. But the thing is, the amount of money it costs to change all of that, that's why, from what I gathered anyway, the energy companies are upping their prices so much.
Yeah, but even then, it's like...
I'm sure they're doing it more than they need to.
Yeah, that's the
completely. From what I've heard, there's no checks to make sure it's the right amount.
No, of course there isn't.
So, but
and they'll all have just gone like, how much are we going to raise this by, lads?
And then everything going up at the same time, in my opinion, because as I said about the economy being affected over the last couple of years, but then also during...
But it's also not going up that much in other countries to the same extent for the same reasons.
Yeah. We're like ahead of most places.
We're a shit show of a country at the moment.
But that's what I was saying with that though is, what the fuck was I talking about at the end then? It's going up. What was going up, did I say?
The cost of fuel.
After that then, literally right at the end then?
I don't know.
It'll come back to me.
Yeah.
But if it's a hard thing to, it's really hard to it's a shitty situation, and there's a lot of...
The fact is that
I'm gonna be fucked. I'm gonna be screwed. Like I already don't earn enough to live.
That's the thing. The fact is, people just need to get paid more.
Yeah,
they just either need to get paid more, or stuff needs to be taxed so that the other stuff is fine to be run without that wage gap.
That's what I was going to say a second ago. Sorry. They're saying also the cost of living is going up so much because the economy went down over the last couple of years as well. But like we were saying earlier, I don't think that, as much as I appreciated it, I said this at the time when they were giving the extra £100 to everyone. It's like, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
Then why weren't they able to do this before? Is this going to
They
be
were
an issue at some point?
They were always able to do it before.
Yeah, but I mean that as well with the economy, I'm guessing hasn't helped.
Yeah,
you know.
No. They were always able to do that before, and again, like Amazon.
And we're in so much debt. Are we really? I mean, I don't know. It's not saying we're able to.
Again, that's the thing.
You know.
Amazon made record profits. Why the fuck aren't they? Why aren't they being taxed for this shit?
Yeah. They should.
They should exactly. If you took
that's the issue. Really.
If you took the huge amount of money that corporations
think how much that would be. Yeah.
It's fucking billions. Billions and billions. And people are like, oh, well, you know, what about that guy down the street who smokes weed and he's got an extra £100 a week? I fucking hate that guy. Why? You're a cunt. You're a cunt for hating that guy.
I would say one thing, though. Say if you've got like an Amazon, if you've got an offshore account filled with, I don't know, 100 billion.
Yeah.
The UK, for example, shouldn't be able to do the tax on all the 100 billion because you've also got to accept that they do stuff in other countries too. So it's got to be split fairly. I will say that for it, but it shouldn't be that they just don't pay tax.
No.
Like you said, because they are there, they're in that area. Like
the fact
is, that's just how it should be. You should have to pay tax.
And some people go like, oh well, these companies they'll leave. No, they fucking won't. If they want the fucking business, they'll fucking stay.
They're still going to be up. They're still going to be making profit.
They're still making money. Exactly. It's like just because they're not going to go, oh, we're only making 90% profit because they're taking 10% away now. We're not going to give you anything,
and we're going to lose money in the long run to fuck you all.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. That, to be fair, does seem like the actual issue, isn't it?
It's corporations that are the problem. And again, this comes into the billionaire thing, because not all of them, but like most billionaires are billionaires because, again, they run those kinds of companies like Amazon that don't pay fucking tax.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. Pay your fucking tax. Fucking pay your tax. Everyone else does. Everyone else does in the entire fucking country, and these corporations go, no. I donated money to Red Pandas, so I don't have to pay tax.
Like at the very least, I can appreciate it's going to be very hard to make this a rule all over the world because you would need everyone to agree to make that a real thing. But at the very least, like in the United Nations kind of things, like
it's going to become an issue more and more.
There needs to be something in place there because it does seem criminal.
Yeah,
that you can just get away with not paying anything. Like I said, not a higher percentage in my opinion. But fucking pay what you're supposed to pay. Pay the actual exact percentage you people pay because that's going to make a huge difference.
And also, that's the thing as well. A lot of billionaires, they hide their shit off seas. If they can't hide it off seas, and we're just taking fucking 20%, 25% off of them for being a billionaire, I'm fucking fine with that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that because it's better than fucking nothing, which is what you're paying at the moment. You greedy fuck.
They've got, like 100 billion. I don't even know if that's the real amount. Yeah. They've got 100 billion, 25 billion, and 25% of that.
25 billion.
Even though it wouldn't be.
For an entire year.
Split it up a bit.
For an entire
year. 1 billion,
even
if you worked out when you split it up over each country,
That's 250 mil. 250.
I don't see how they get away with it. Well, I can understand they bribe people and.
They do.
Yeah.
And they have people in power that do the same things, and as much as I think that the Conservatives are a piece of shit, and they are, it wouldn't change that much underneath the fucking Labour government because they would just have
the same.
Keir Starmer doesn't give a shit about that stuff. He's got loads of friends who are into it. Would shift around who was being given the contracts, but like. The only thing I can really say
in America as well.
But the only thing I can really say,
American people, it's the same over there. The same here as it is over there. From what we've gathered, it's all just bullshit. Stupid.
But the only thing I can say for the Labour government is that they would genuinely make the NHS better. That's about it.
I mean, to be fair, obviously the budget is a big issue still at the moment, but I think also a huge issue now is because of everything over the last couple of years, apparently people just aren't even attempting to try and get into nursing and doctoring.
No, of course not. Why the fuck would they? Because they went through all that shit and everyone went...
And then everyone turned on them as well at one point. Well, that's going to be peaking.
Without giving him any fucking money.
I could not understand how they, after all of that, and then they announced a new budget, England again, for anyone out there that is in England.
And they're like, oh, is there going to be any extra money for all of the nurses and
it.
doctors who put themselves in harm's way for ages and ages? Nah.
That's the thing. There needs to be more budget, because even when I was in at hospital recently, my mum, and they just didn't have the stuff that they needed. It just wasn't there. Went to the doctor today to help her get her dressing done yesterday, and they just didn't have the stuff they needed. Like, the budget needs to be hired, and they need higher payment, higher wages for the actual nurses and doctors.
There's certain things you can get away with privatising. Like, to a certain extent, you can privatise public transport because
it already has been.
Yeah. But the NHS, you can't fucking privatise that shit, because it actually is kind of important that everyone just gets access to healthcare.
People, like, in America and stuff, find it, like, crazy, like, the healthcare that we get. This is one of the things I say about this country. It's like, a lot of shit is bad, but still, it's not the worst country in the world to live in at all. It's one of the best countries to live in.
Mm-hmm. Certainly. It's like I had that bit that I need to find and resurrect again, where it's like, it's incredibly easy to live in the UK in comparison to basically anywhere else in the world, because you basically can't die.
Man, imagine living in China.
You have to try really fucking hard to die in the UK. You have to really put your effort into it.
Oh, the Winter Olympics have started in China as well now.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Funny thing is, the opening ceremonies are only today, but the actual games are all...
Isn't there an actual 4-man Jamaican bobsleigh team as well?
I think I did hear there was something like that. Yeah.
The world is just a series of movies, isn't it now?
The world is all over the place.
It's just a series of movie plots happening.
Oh, fucking hell. The one, when I was on my last gig, the one comic was like... I think he just stopped doing his set and he just started talking about how he wished Infinity War was real and half the people just snapped out of existence.
I mean, I kind of get it.
Oh, I get it. I understand. It would solve a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Probably create a lot more, though. So with the last of this Bigfoot stuff, that cheat that I was on about of the Nalaka.
Yeah.
God, I can't do it. Nalaka. Palamux, whatever.
Yeah. That fine establishment.
That one, yeah. It was 1898, and he just called the creature a wild man in the Salesian language, which when translated says sa, or something like that. But basically, that actually became mistranslated to Sasquatch, and that's where the name Sasquatch came from.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. As usual, mispronunciations, where most of it comes from.
Yeah.
In 1847, there were stories reported to someone called Paul Kane by the natives of cannibalistic wild men that lived in the peak of the St. Helens Mountain, which is the same area.
Mount St. Helens is the one that went kaboom.
Yeah.
The
same
I wonder if that
area.
destroyed all the last of the fucking Sasquatches.
When was that? That
was like 1980 something, or was it 50 something?
It could have been, because this next bit is before that, because in that same area in 1924, an alleged violent attack was carried out by some miners by a group of ape men, apparently. That's what they said. So basically, they said Bigfoots came down and beat the crap out of them.
Fuck.
And that area is now known as Ape Canyon.
Fuck.
There was also Teddy Roosevelt.
Hey, good old Teddy Roosevelt.
He is a man's man. Isn't even
the
what
fucking most man. In fact, I don't think I've done that yet. I'm going to do that for next week. I'm going to do Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, that would be good.
Manliest fucking man ever lived.
I am very interested in all the presidential stuff. It is very interesting.
Yeah.
And then up the people behind, But he, in one of his books where he was talking about his travels before becoming president, he met someone, tribesman, and he was telling him about an encounter he had with a Bigfoot type creature. So that was included in his book as well.
Nice.
In 1958, Jerry Crew, a logging company bulldozer operator in Humboldt County, California again, discovered a set of large 16-inch human-like footprints sunk deep within the mud in the Six Rivers National Forest.
That's just Shaq.
What?
That's just Shaq. Spicy.
Many claim to have seen similar tracks on previous jobs, as well as telling of odd incidents such as oil drums weighing 450 pounds just moving without an explanation. Obviously not just the ghosts. I'm assuming not ghosts.
You can see the strings.
Have you ever seen the classic Bigfoot video?
Oh, is it the one of the guy like...
It was arm swing. Yeah. Yeah. I do not buy that one.
Nice fucking
Do
bullshit.
not buy it
shit.
at all. He was going there to find Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He was going there, and that happened straight away. Apparently, all these other people just spend days and shockingly get nothing, and he just right away perfectly.
Yeah,
perfect.
swinging in. Oh!
Yeah, it's just perfect. It's way too perfect, man. A lot of people try to say though that at that point, because it's an old video, it's really old. I think it was like 50s or 60s, something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
it was.
no, it
quite
must
old.
have been. It must have been 70s or 80s because that's when they were like VHS cameras.
colour, weren't it? Yeah. But basically they were saying that at that point though, because the costume does look cool.
Yeah.
But they were saying it would be extremely hard for someone who wasn't like a special effects movie person to make that costume. Yeah. They compared it with Planet of the Apes that had come out not long before it, and it did
but
look
Planet
a
of
lot
the
better.
Apes is just literally, it's just like.
Thing is though, I understood what they were trying to say.
Yeah.
I understand what they're trying to say.
But no.
I mean, just point out a few facts here.
Yeah.
You can't really say how good quality it was.
No.
The thing, considering it's grainy. It's an old video.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's far away. They're just stretching like fuck. It doesn't even walk like the way like you would expect it to walk.
No.
Nothing about it.
And gorillas, like a lot of apes, as people say, they're like.
Yeah.
They sort of use their hands a lot.
Well,
when
that's
they're
the idea with
moving.
Bigfoot, though. He doesn't at all.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what makes him
entirely
different. Bipedal.
But like, I don't buy that fucking thing because that guy is trying to make himself look like an ape.
Yeah.
It's so obvious he's trying.
But as unbelievable and ridiculous as that is, it has nothing on what we've already briefly mentioned, I think, earlier. It has nothing on the people that believe it to be a fucking alien.
Yeah.
Or not even an alien. I've heard worse than that. Like a paranormal, like, demon ghost kind of thing as well.
It's a paranormal entity. It's a spirit of the forest.
I honestly do not understand where that frame of mind comes from.
Yeah.
Like, I love trying to figure out the psychology of, when people say stuff. I like trying to get into the frame of mind and get where they're coming from. I can't do it with that.
No, it's because
I need heroin, I think, to do it.
It's because they need. The thing is, you've already got one level of like, is this bullshit? With the, does it even fucking exist? And then you go from that level to the next level, which is like, and it's from space.
The most the most earthly type creature, like where we came from, like apes and that. Hence why I said it's not a big thing if it is real anyway. It's just another fucking ape out there.
Yeah, but it's a hat on a fucking hat situation.
Hat on a hat, because not only do you go ridiculousness of Bigfoot and then to the next level, but you also then have to be someone that believes in aliens. You also have to be someone that believes in ghosts. I mean, I am both of those things.
There's other people who are like, oh well, Sasquatch is actually a genetic mutation that was created by aliens. It's like, what the fuck? Get your story straight.
I've heard them say people as well, like people made, and like it was a CIA experiment. They're just throwing shit at the wall, man. This is why, so many
it's all these people who we just should be so fucking glad they never started writing movies. That's just be glad they never started, because otherwise everything would be bad.
These are the people that we don't want to get vaccinated.
Yeah. If you like chasing after Sasquatch,
what? No. I do. I think I am of the opinion. I'm leaning more
alien
towards...
Sasquatch. My apologies.
Okay. then go play in the road. That's what I'd say. Now, but I think in conclusion, though, I think I am leaning more towards. I think it might be out there. Sure, I think it could be. I also don't care.
I'd buy a big monkey.
Yeah.
I mean, I again, for me, it's that thing of, again, like a god or like fucking anything that is inherently unprovable because it's just unprovable.
Yeah. You can never prove it doesn't.
Yeah, you can never. It's impossible to prove a negative. You can't just say this doesn't exist because, unless you've got like foolproof evidence.
Yeah, and even then it's very hard, because it's like you said, it's just very hard to prove a negative. You can only prove you can rule things out. You can't really say.
It's like that thing of like. Again, there's that thing of like comparison to God and like, okay, so someone tells you a god, therefore you're going to say God exists until you're proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Or someone can say to you, there's a teapot out there in space. It's been there since the start of time, and it's just orbiting the sun. And you cannot disprove that.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
physically impossible for you to disprove that a teapot is orbiting the sun.
Yeah,
and yet, for some reason, people still assume God exists. And that's the thing for me. Again, sorry, if you are religious, enjoy, feel free. But it's like that.
I think you're done personally, but
Yeah, no, but
you're just a lot more. What's the word? Polite than me.
It's not even that. It's like genuine. If it makes you happy, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy, fucking enjoy it.
Actually, no, I take that back. I still give a fuck because it might make you happy, but the people you force it on might not necessarily be happy.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing. Like, unless you're forcing it on fuckers, in which case, go.
And everyone does. Every child's forced into it when they're born into a
so
family.
fucked
That's
up.
the thing. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
Every child is forced into it.
They
It's
are.
like a cult. At what point does a cult just become a religion?
Once the person, that's the Bill Hicks joke.
Oh, is it?
There's a really good Bill Hicks joke. Or is it Bill Hicks? Or
Damn, I felt smart saying that then.
was it Bill Hicks or was it someone else? But
George
regardless,
Carlin? It sounds like something
could have been George Carlin.
from
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It was that thing of like. No, hang on.
I don't know. It just sounds like something I can imagine from him.
I'm just gonna Google it now.
But it's true though. Like it's literally true. At what point? I think my joke between it was, what's the difference between a cult and Christianity? The success rate.
Yeah.
As it. But
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that is it. It's basically just like, you know what the difference is between a cult and a religion? In a religion, there's a man. Oh no, sorry. In a cult, there's a guy, and he tells you that everything's gonna be beautiful, and everything's gonna, you know, that what was it? That we're all gonna go to heaven, and it's gonna be all these beautiful things, and what was it? Oh fuck. Nice gun, fuck. Fuck! Fuck you, Bill Hicks.
But back on Bigfoot though, I mean, I like what you said. Like I hadn't thought about that with the dead. Like they went with their dead, that they could bury them, and they could eat them too. For all we know, they could do any number of things because there are animals that do that.
Yeah.
So I think, and you know, the area is huge, and I think if it is there, it's an offshoot of that gigantic. I can't say that.
Gigantopithecus.
Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus. Yeah, it's an offshoot of that because we know it's an omnivore. There was other stories as well of like guys in tents, and they said this creature came up and rubbed against the tent and that.
Yeah.
And then left. But it's like there's no proof to this. It just sounds like a bit of an erotic story to me, to be honest with you.
Sounds like an erotic story.
Personally, I think they were just getting up to something and they were just hoping that someone was rubbing on the tent. Maybe it was just a neighbour or something. It was like the Sasquatch equivalent of dogging.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so what's your final thoughts on it then? And yay old foot of big.
Do I believe in Bigfoot? No.
No, just straight up no.
I it's again that thing of I just don't, until I see the proof, until I know, I'm going to assume it's not there.
Yeah, the only evidence that's there is the tracks, and I do find that interesting. But at the same time, I haven't done enough research to see what the wide opinion is.
Yeah, and that, I mean that's the thing as well. Like a track to me is like it's all well and good, but unless you have like DNA proof or you know an actual bit of one that's easily identifiable. And like there's people who've always gone in and like, look, I found Sasquatch poop, and it's always like bear or coyote.
I've seen a few of them in the hair as well.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, man, just what the fuck are you doing?
I wonder what it would show up as though. Like I'm assuming the DNA would show as, like it couldn't show up as human, even though we could be very
No,
closely
it would.
related.
That's the thing. It would become up as unidentifiable with
yeah.
sort of traces of this, that, or the other under closer inspection. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though. At the same time, I like the concept of it. I don't care that much. I like it. I think there's credence to it, but like you said, there's no real evidence of it so far.
Yeah.
The tracks, if what I saw from this guy is true, you know, that they show that, then that's interesting. But I have also heard stories of people saying, coming out saying, no, we faked this as well, and there were people like, I think you're just saying that to get some credit, you know, or something. But then it's like, well, you just saying that because you don't want to admit that that's true.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. Don't give a shit really that much though. You could pop up tomorrow and I'll be like, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Nice to know he's around.
Yeah. So long story short, the end of this podcast, our opinion is we shouldn't have bothered doing this podcast. We don't care.
I disagree. I think we've learned a lot.
We've learned some stuff, sure.
Yeah. We've learned how loud burps can go.
We have definitely learned that.
Yeah.
You know, found out, talked about. Did we talk about actually on this about Peacemaker? Or was that before?
Oh no, that was before.
Was it?
Peacemaker looks brilliant.
I've watched most. I've watched like. I love the intro. Have you seen the actual intro?
Yeah.
Dancing? Yeah. It's great. Anyone out there, if you're not sure about whether to watch Peacemaker or not with John Cena, the new DC program, it's great.
Yeah.
It's super violent. They talk. It's written by James Gunn as well again, just like the most recent Suicide Squad movie. I forgot. Yeah, the intro. Just go online on YouTube and watch the intro titles. And if you don't love it from that, I don't know what to say to you.
Yeah,
it's my new favourite thing.
So fucking good.
Other than that, I've been watching Dexter though. Oh, actually, one thing I will say.
I just need to see it. Sorry.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
You know, I've been rewatching Dexter, like I said to you earlier. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but one thing I did want to quickly mention is that I never understood before why people said after the 4th season it just stops being Dexter basically. I'm like, what are you talking about? And now watching it all the way through, I understand completely.
Yeah.
It's just got to the 5th season now, and the whole way through he's been making the point about how, you know, you can't always see blood in the naked eye. You have to spray luminol and then use the UV light and it will glow.
Yeah.
The whole way through, in the beginning of season 5, they did the same thing. They showed that point, and then midway through season 5 now, he just started. He couldn't see a blood track, so he just started spraying luminol, following it around to try and figure out where this guy was.
Without the UV light.
And it was still glowing, and that really bothered me because it was like you've been doing this for like 5 seasons now, and all of a sudden. And why wouldn't a fucking actor Michael Hall say something?
Yeah.
How would he not know? How would he not think about that? It bothers me a lot. That shit
Why
does.
the fuck are people that stupid?
I'm still going to watch it. I'm still enjoying it. But I will say though,
surprise, motherfucker.
He's long dead.
Yeah.
I forgot that it wasn't even Dexter that killed him. I completely forgot.
Who was it again?
It was the fucking sexiest crazy girl in the world. That's who it was. Lila, I think her name was. The British one.
I don't think I got that deep.
Oh man, I'd like to go really deep with her. Fuck. She is. Oh my god. Like, just watch it, and it's Dexter. You know, it's all about gory stuff. So naturally, they have to get her naked a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, oh god.
Yeah.
And then when she really starts going crazy, you know me, I love crazy girls. I can't help it. Oh man, I love the girl.
I hate to sort of bring it down to that level if we're going to be just objectifying people, but like there is one of
There's nothing wrong with being objectified.
No,
she was actively objectifying herself
in
that program.
Have you ever seen the first series of Altered Carbon?
I think that was one of the ones that I was going to watch because I do love sci-fi stuff, but I think I went to The Expanse first.
Yeah. There's the first season is a lot better than the second, and I haven't really watched any of the second.
Netflix, that one.
Yeah. But there's a Latina there's a Latina woman in that one playing it like a detective, and there's a shower scene, and oh my god, wow.
You can't help it sometimes when you're watching something. Like,
no.
You know, all of a sudden you love this person.
Yeah.
You can just be something about them.
There was the boom and the pow.
Yeah. Like, your perfectness. It's like, I watched a porn video the other day and I fell in love with this blue-haired tattooed chick.
Yeah.
Everything about her.
That can happen.
Yeah. You know, last thing I will say, you made me think about Netflix then.
Yeah.
There's something new on Netflix that I know you'll appreciate.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. It's something Murderville.
Oh yeah, it's the one with what's his face?
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett, and every week it's a different fucking actor, and they've got to improvise because they've never been told the fucking script.
Everyone else has got a script and know what's going on. They have to improvise it, just go along with it, and then at the end they have to make a decision about who the killer is. And Conan O'Brien watched the first one, and he got it right.
Nice.
And in the middle of it, Will Arnett made him eat this jalapeno sloppy sandwich, and then he was like, "Oh no, you need to add this hot sauce to it, though." Just kept adding it and forcing him to eat it. You could just see Conan burning.
Oh fuck! I gotta watch that, man.
Tried to do it again later to him when his mum was talking to him, and he was just like pretending to eat it. And every time she turned, he was like, "Oh." He got away with that one. Oh, but yeah, we are at the end of the line then, my man. So time to throw out your pluggy butt plugs. Not literally, don't throw your butt plugs around. Keep them where they are. But they're better where they are.
I have a gig turning up in the 3rd week of February. I still can't be sure exactly what day that is, but I will let you know close to the day. I have 2 coming up in March.
Between the 14th and the 18th of the 3rd week of February.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And here is KD to save the day. I haven't said my actual name then. I had to stop myself. It doesn't matter, but I just forgot. Carry on, sorry.
And then I've got, I think, another one in April, and then there's going to be other ones in between because I'm going to start dotting them in.
Yeah.
So yeah, back out on the road, you can catch me there. But if you want to listen to something right now that can be listened to whenever the fuck you want to, what are you doing, Carl? Ruining my shot. Yeah. But if you want to listen to something now that you can find out how funny I am without having to come out and see me, there's a thing called Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse. It's available on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. Check it out.
Podbean.
It's a one-man fucking... I haven't put it on Podbean. I've got to sort that shit out.
It goes automatically on most RSS things.
Ooh, sweet. Okay, very good.
Anyway. Sorry.
What was I saying? Yes, it's a one-man sketch show. I've written it all. I've directed it all. I've edited it all. I've played every character. And yet you still can't tell in quite a lot of the sketches because I'm special like that. Anyway.
With a capital R.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a very capital R laugh I did just then. Anyway, if you want to watch that, watch that. It's on YouTube, although it's not animated. Just listen to it. Listen to it anyway. It's brilliant. It's fucking great. And if you don't listen to it, then people will come into your house in the night, and they will spit into your ear. And then when you wake up in the night, you'll be like, "What was that?" And they'll already be gone.
Do the classic thing of listening to it on the buzz or something and try and stifle your laughs. It always makes it more fun as well with any comedy thing like that,
true.
Podcast.
Yeah.
But it also always makes it more fun.
And spread it and share it. Let everyone know that you like post-apocalyptic.
Treat it like COVID.
Yeah.
Spread that shit.
Spread that shit. Be a super spreader.
Go to a COVID party with Bojo.
Oh, and spread this shit as well, this podcast, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Jesus. What about you, Carl?
Oh, now you ask, actually. I've got separate stuff actually, separate gigs first. I've got I think it's the 11th of February. I have my first gong show. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun.
Looking forward to getting gonged off.
Yeah. I've got a plan to get myself to at least 5 minutes. I've got a plan.
Yeah.
I know you get at least 3 minutes anyway. So as soon as it gets to about just before the 3 minutes, I'm gonna lead into my song.
That's a smart
and now
move.
I want to hear all the song, and then they'll gong me off. And I'll be like, "Bye, mother truckers!" Just saunter out there, and they're like, "You don't have to leave the building." I'm like, "I'm gone, bitches." That's my plan.
Alvin has left the building.
And I'm going to follow him because I hate it when he goes, but I love to watch him leave. Yeah. That was a fucking old ass joke there. We went back to the fucking 50s then.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a bit of classic.
There is not. Unless you're having sex with grannies then.
Yeah.
Well, you might.
There's some fine ass grannies out there. Have you seen Helen Mirren?
Oh, I have done as well. The things they can do when they take those dentures out as well.
Gum job.
Other than that, though, as always, KD Comedy.
They're very juicy.
Very juicy. Wet and moist. Yeah, that's the weird part. Moisture just always gets that reaction, doesn't it?
It does. And I'm one of the people who doesn't need to go. Like, I don't normally get creeped out by moist, but in that situation.
Even though it probably wouldn't be that moist, to be fair. It probably would be like a Sahara Desert
very
with sandpaper.
dry mouth. Yeah.
Anyway. I'm still thinking about it. I'm visualising it.
It's hard to get off of that subject, isn't it, really?
So KD Comedy Inc. though,
so there's the problem with Pornhub. Eventually, you're going to see some granny muff. Anyway, you're saying,
you will do. Yeah. You actually, cam debate is good. I quite like that recently. Yeah. It's like a really hardcore cam thing. Yeah, if you're into that.
Nice.
There's something different about live right at that time, you know. These people that are spending ridiculous amounts of money on it, when you go on for 5 minutes and you see what they're spending, it's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, you don't need to spend that much.
You get really off subject again. So KD Comedy Inc. Regular podcast, as always, a few more episodes of this coming out. Got a live one that I will have just done for you guys with Colin at Tches on Saturday, the 5th of February. Got some wrestling ones coming up as well. We also got a brand new open mic night coming out, which I think I would have mentioned at the beginning of this show, but it will be in this room here every other Tuesday, starting from the 15th of March.
15th of February.
Come to it.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
If you're in England, there's a hotel up the road as well for anyone who wants to come. A cheap hotel too. If anyone wants to come down and get a room there and stay over if you're not too local.
Come, my lady. Come, my lady. I'm a funny guy. Make you happy.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm a bad guy.
Oh no.
I was going to go into the song, but then I remember I don't know it.
No, neither do I.
No, I really don't. Anyway, so there's that. I feel like there's more that I'm forgetting to plug, but my mind is just really tired now.
Yeah, there's the quiz off.
I'm going to be doing like one quiz off a month at least at the moment. But one thing I am thinking about doing actually is it's my birthday next month.
Ooh.
And I didn't get to do anything for 30th, so I'm thinking for the 31st I might do the first ever live in-person quiz off.
Oh!
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Won't be able to watch it live because I can't get internet here, so I'll probably have to put it on like the next day or something. I'll do it as one big video. I don't know if I can figure out a way to do it live, I will.
I've got 5G. You can easily use my phone.
Really?
Yeah, I can play Xbox on that.
Okay, well maybe then.
Yeah.
We could just like...
and I've got unlimited data.
We could like... Because you can do it as like a hotspot, can't you? Like for the laptop and then do... Okay. Well, we could possibly... Because that would be a lot better if we can do it that way.
Yeah.
I'll have my... I've already got my speaker and microphone and stuff, so we can do it that way too.
We'll do that.
That might be good, yeah. So that is definitely coming soon as well then.
Yeah.
And just watch this space, guys.
Yeah.
We're blowing up right now. We can't help it.
We can't help it.
Gigging, getting into the funniness everywhere. People just love a little bit of KD. People just love a little bit of Nathan as well.
As I said to Carl, I'm in such fucking demand. The minute I said to one person... I was back in the fucking game. I got 3 fucking offers for gigs.
My God.
What? It's because I'm a fucking pro.
I still need to get a fucking video though,
Yeah.
I haven't recorded myself. I'm offering people recordings in this gig.
Yeah, same.
You can do that at mine at least.
Yeah.
I can as well.
It's that thing of I don't want to hand my phone to someone else.
I don't mind doing all that. It's just...
I just feel like I'm imposing on it. It's like, do you mind recording me?
Yeah. I don't know.
I've been that guy and I don't mind, but for some reason I think other people will.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's just, I like to just be in a phone one and just going with it and floating about with a gig. I don't like to be thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if I'm sort of prepared, if I'm going to someone, can you record this before me? I'm going to immediately be thinking about that and...
Even though
it's a lot easier, honestly, if someone just goes, look, I'm just going to record the entire night.
And if you want it.
If you want me to record it. If you want it, I'll give it you at the end.
If you prefer you not being recorded, tell me as well.
Yeah, and I'll turn it off beforehand. Yeah.
I'm trying to think how best to go about that, because I told people for now, like, just tell me on the night if you want to record it.
Yeah.
But I want to record my bits at least, because I'm going to do little clip videos and stuff, to show what I've been going on. Anyway, we can talk about this after anyway. You're getting a little preview into the world of... and the production side here.
Yeah.
And we don't want to pull the curtain down and unveil. We don't want to kill the magic for you.
No.
It's like a magician. You don't really want to see how it's done.
'Cause it's so special.
Ooh,
It's not so special. It's not so special.
Do you really want to taste it?
It's so special.
Ooh, kill them with comedy.
Hey! That's a good way to end it.
That worked.